I'm making a pair of pants, and I'm cutting them out right now. And my waist is bigger, my hips are smaller. So what I did is I made it extra large for the waist all the way down. And then I cut in right below the buttocks to extra large. So again, extra large down to extra large, and I went all the way around extra large. At the bottom I left them extra long, extra large, and then I cut up the extra large, but then right here in the crotch I put it on extra large again, just give it a little bit more extra room. Okay, on the back pattern for the long pants, I don't need the extra space in the butt area, so I'm just going to go extra large all the way around. I'm going to make them the same length, extra large. And I'm just going to stay all the way on this extra large line all the way. It says to stitch front and back at inner leg seams, so that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to use a 5/8 inch. The pattern doesn't say what the seam size should be. You assume that it will be a 5/8. I am sewing the silky fabric, so I am using this foot. I'm going to use this 5/8 inch line. And that's this one right here, this first line. So staying right on that line there. Make sure it's not buckled flat. I'm going around this corner. There. push the back button. There, we lock the stitch in. I'm ironing these puckers out because the material is so light. It got kind of puckered. So I'm ironing those out right now. It says, with right sides together, pin center, seam matching inner legs, seams and notches stitch. To reinforce seam, stitch again over first stitch. So what I'm doing right now is that I already stitched this. So I'm just going from here all the way around the crotch and up again. So since I did that extra amount of material, because I went from extra large to extra large, I'm having a hard time fitting this in, but I'm pinning them every little edge together real close, like an inch apart, until that fits together perfect. Because if I would have cut each side, the front extra large and the back extra large, they would have fit together perfect. But remember, I cut extra large up around the waist and down. That's why you're getting this extra. So you just got to work it all the way through. Two marks here. This one and this one are not going to fit exactly together perfect. Which that's, if you remember, if you look at your pattern, each one of those marks like this indicate where the front and back go together. Well, on the extra large and the extra large, there's a little bit of difference, so that's why it's like that. Each one of these, this is the extra large, and this is the extra large, and you can see this one is a little bit up higher than this one, so that's why those two indicators are not lining up exactly, but it will work out. I'm not paying attention to what's going on in whack. This I'm using 14, and it's the F foot. I already changed foot. And there's 14, what it looks like. Trick to this, you gotta hold this right here. You gotta hold that really tight in front, or else it grabs the outer edge and pulls it under. Let's see if I can get this nice. I got the left side where the needle goes in the left side right on that line, right on that thread line. So I don't want to push it to the right, because then it pulls the outer edge underneath, and then it doesn't look as nice. Here's what it looks like. And then I'm going to cut that edge off so it doesn't fray anymore. What I'm doing is I'm going along and I'm cutting these edges. Being careful not to cut the threads. and I'll finish that all the way down. Next, I'm sewing the waistbands, and then I can add the elastic with a pin and go through and then sew it together. And the last thing is the hems on the legs. This is fraying so much that I'm just going to go ahead and put a zigzag around the bottom so I don't have to mess with the... So I'm going to put this on 8. Okay, here we go. Zigzag all the way around. It was giving me so much trouble when I hemmed the waistline. Kept shredding and shredding. So, this is my remedy. And this is how it looks. Do that all the way around the bottom, and then I'm going to turn it up the edge 1/4 of an inch. I'm going to iron this edge because it's puckered up again. And I'm going to flatten that all the way around. And then I'm going to take it and I'm going to turn it up 1/4 of an inch. Because it's fraying so bad, I had to do the zigzag thread. And then I'll just do a straight edge, 1/4 of an inch. So I'm going to take my trimming scissors and I'm going to trim all these edges off before I turn it under 1/4 of an inch for the hem. So I finished the elastic waistband, and then I also finished the hem at the bottom of the pants. So here's what they look like. Real dressy pants. And wear them with a nice blouse and a scarf. Be really nice. So I'm so happy how they turned out. And they're like this wrinkly, I forget what that's called, but it's like silk, but it's crinkled. So they ain't gonna, and I sewed a crease in them so they look dressy.